Begin with that breaking news because it has been revealed that the personal details of UK special forces and spies were included in the huge data leak that resulted in thousands of Afghans being secretly relocated to the UK. Well, the latest revelations showed that details of more than 100 MI6 spies, SAS and special forces personnel were also in that spreadsheet that was emailed outside of the government by a defence official in error. On Tuesday, an unprecedented super-injunction was lifted, and we learned that the leaked database contained the personal information of nearly 19,000 Afghans who'd worked with the British during the 20-year conflict in Afghanistan and had applied to be resettled to the UK after the Taliban retook control in 2021. Well, the latest detail on the scale of the security breach was kept under wraps by an injunction until today, when the gagging order was lifted, in part by a High Court judge. The names were in a spreadsheet that was emailed outside of the government back in February 2022. The Ministry of Defence became aware of that breach later, when the excerpts of that spreadsheet were anonymously posted on Facebook, and that was in August 2023. Well, that is the backdrop to today's development. Frank Gardner, our security correspondent, is here with me. And Frank, well, another extraordinary twist here.
Yeah, I mean, if we thought it was bad enough, the revelations that have come out in the last 2 days this week, this is even, in some ways, even more shocking because, the entire kind of shtick of working for special forces or for secret intelligence is that you try to keep your identity secret. And those names, contact details, and who knows what other details were on that, were included in that unauthorized data breach that went out not once but twice in February 22. Now, what happened here was that there was a Royal Marine who was seconded to Special Forces headquarters, or what's called the Directorate of Special Forces, at a base in London, in central London. He was tasked to check up on the applications being made by former members of Afghan Special Forces. To do that job, he contacted certain other members who were trusted. Unfortunately, in contacting them, he included an attachment that had all of these details. Now, we didn't know until today that, I mean, it was bad enough that there were these 18,700 names of Afghans on it, but also 100 sort of supposedly classified secret names which should never get out into the open were also included. Now, what that does mean is that the UK intelligence community and the Special Forces community have had since August 2023, when this was discovered, along with the rest of government, in which to mitigate